This cappuccino goes out to 2010, to the friends, to the memories, to the gifts. Going back and reading my note from 2009, I can honestly say that I feel very similar to the way I felt when I wrote it. Like this past year was one of the best years yet. It just keeps getting better and better, and I think that's what life is supposed to do. It's supposed to pick up. Like the food on a trip into space and life, sometimes you will be chewing on some dry moments. But this year was filled with far from any of them. In January, I moved to New York City for which might have been one of the most scary and most courageous moments of my life. I left behind my university, many new friends who I had just made senior year, and I went on to intern at a TV station. Knowing no one in New York except my brother, his girlfriend, a teammate from college, and a few acquaintances that I had trouble keeping in touch with, I was a bit lost. I was a bit lonely. Lucky for me, a good friend from California was in town the week I moved to New York City, and I had a constant go-to for the first few weeks. Unfortunately, when she left, I was on my own again. It's interesting how the big city will do that, make you feel so lost and lonely in a world full of so many people. I would call my best friend at home and tell her what was going on, and we'd agree it would get better. And it did. During one of my first days of my internship, I met a person who would go on to be one of my best friends in New York City, the wonderful Megan Norris. As the Super Bowl approached, Megan learned that I had no plans, and she invited me out to a Super Bowl party at one of her coworkers' apartments. It was probably the invite that would ultimately help make New York City a truly amazing experience for me. An invite that allowed me to meet and make friends with some of the most talented and creative people I have ever encountered. The same people I wrote a post about on my blog just before I moved to Italy a few months ago. It took a few more random encounters to really forge friendships with these newfound creative minds, but eventually something clicked, and we were hanging out, talking about our dreams, singing karaoke, and living the New York City life. This isn't to say that these people, gosh, I wish I could name them all, but you really know who you are, were my only friends, but they made up a big part of why my experience in New York City was so huge. Of course, there were the people I worked with at NYC Media, my supervisor who became a great and wonderful friend, the sound engineer upstairs who always offered me fun conversations and likes on my statuses, the producers who accepted me and challenged me, and the editors who taught me that living in New York City is all about working hard and making people see that you work hard, not giving up when something goes a little bit wrong. These are the people at NYC Media who gave me a chance to work, who gave me a chance to develop as a PA, who gave me the chance to love television. These are the people, in addition to all the friends that I made outside of the workplace, who undoubtedly gave me the ability to completely and fully love the city of New York, who gave me a feeling of great pride in doing what I was doing, who gave me a reason to stay even after the internship was over. Sure, there were some pretty big bumps this past year. I rarely got to see my best friends, as one moved to Kentucky, one was still in Philly, and the other had moved to the South to pursue an internship in hotel management. My car got hit and run on a side street in Queens, and my car got broken into and had everything stolen from it in the Bronx, on my final night in New York City. But these are just bumps. That doesn't change the fact that I graduated from college with a dual degree with some of the best of friends, the What Happened Wednesday crew, the rugby crew who invited me into their circle despite my unwillingness to play, my lovely filmies, and of course who I considered to be one of the best friends I could have ever asked for, Naomi. It doesn't change the fact that following graduation and toward the end of the summer, I made some of the greatest friends, including an inspiring actor who dreams to one day move to New York City, a talented and heartful writer, the Andrews Avenue Augustinian clan, and two very special musicians in Bethlehem, PA, who I keep close to my heart even while I'm far away. It doesn't change the fact that I got to spend more time with my best friend as she moved from Philadelphia to the Bronx, as she made a leap, took a year of service, and allowed me to see how to do good in the world, how to be a superhero. And lastly, and most importantly, the bumps in the road. They don't change the fact that I still made a jump, took a chance, and bought a plane ticket back to Italy, back to Rome, back to my home, back to a place that has also offered me an array of new people, new friends, new hearts, people from all over, people who won't settle for less, people who are up for a challenge, up for an adventure, up for a hot air balloon ride with no idea where it will land, people I have come to love in a very short period of time. This year has given me more gifts than any other years, and those gifts came in the forms of friends who have inspired me endlessly, who have reached out to me and who have let me reach out to them. It has given me people who have challenged me to focus on my talent and who have challenged me to do better, who have also challenged me to fly. And I have flown, and so have they. and I couldn't be more thankful for any of these gifts. I wouldn't be wearing the Super Lips cape if I had not met these people. I would not truly be the person that I am without their spark. I would not be here today in Italy smiling if this year had been any different. If this year had taken me 3 steps back instead of sailing me forward. To the wonderful memories of 2010 and to the wonderful friends, I toast all the cups of cappuccino to you.